first came here in 1956. More than 90,000 fans will be here today as the championship countdown continues here today. Since March, championship leader Matt Kenseth has been impossible to catch. But today, he brings his big lead to Martinsville. No caution, don't slow down. But racing here is no small challenge. Heading into today's race, Matt Kenseth leads by 267 points with 5 races remaining. From second place Kevin Harvick to sixth place Gordon, it's just 140 points. Tony has climbed to 7th in the standings. The Labonte brothers dropped a spot. And 10th place Kurt Busch.
Gordon with Ward Burton alongside of the front row. Ward in his final start for Bill Davis Racing. He moves on to the 0 car next week in Atlanta, and Scott Wimmer takes over that 22.
Second row 2, Junior on the inside, who says he has a very good race car. Kenny Wallace looking to have a great finish at Martinsville.
One of his best tracks here at Martinsville for Kenny. Kevin Harvick on a lot of people's lips this morning in the garage as the man to beat today.
I would agree with those folks.
And Rusty Wallace, how can you argue with his record here at Martinsville? 6 times the Martinsville winner. Sterling Marlin in his 600th NASCAR Winston Cup Series start today. And Jeff Green, the Petty 43, been to victory lane so many times here at Martinsville. Will he get another one for that team today?
Ricky Rudd, his team from nearby Stewart, Virginia, to about 40 miles away. And the Wood Boys' son won yesterday here in the truck race, so looking for good things.
There's your championship leader, Matt Kenseth, along with Kurt Busch, the defending champion of this race, back in row number 7. Last week's winner, Tony Stewart, going to come from row number 8, along with Michael Waltrip. Ken Schrader, top 10 finish here back in April in the season's first race at Martinsville. See if he can have similar success today. Craig Biffle hoping to make out better today here in Martinsville than he did in the NASCAR Busch Series race in Memphis yesterday when he got taken out in a wreck in the opening laps of the race.
Mark Martin, Kevin LePage back in row 12. Mark usually runs very well at this racetrack.
2-time winner here. Jimmy Johnson, row 13. Dave Blaney, new crew chief, calling the shots there this week. And Bill Elliott.
And you saw Ricky Craven's victory here just a couple of years ago, and Bill, good race car.
Johnny Benson finished second to Kurt Busch 1 year ago in this race. Talked with him this morning. Feels like he's got a very good car today. Has some potential for a good contending finish. Jason Leffler, his final ride in the 0 car. That's the one Ward Burton takes over next week. Todd Bodine in the backup car after a crash. He'll go to the end of the field on the pace laps. And now you see the provisional starters today. We talked with Robbie Gordon earlier.
And his car was not that bad in all the practices. The only time he ran a bad lap was during qualifying.
Steve Park, Derek Cope, and the final starter in the field, Hermie Sadler. Well, Jeff Gordon told us you just don't know what's going to happen in a race here. It'll be fun watching to find out. Second, side by side for third. Dale Jr. inside of Kenny Wallace.
Kenny's holding tough up there, BP. He is.
Like he may take the spot.
And Junior talked about his car is not that good on the first few laps of a tire change. He expects it to be much better on a long run.
Kevin Harvick creeping in behind them. So that's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Jimmy Spencer in the 6th position in the light blue 7 car from Harvick's view.
Oh! And just that little slip on Earnhardt's part was just enough for Kenny Wallace to get in front and make the pass clean.
Now, because of the changes Benny talked about to the bottom lane of this racetrack, you see these guys running up off that bottom. That makes that inside lane so tempting.
Oh, yeah. That's when you see that big gap, that hole, you go, oh, man. It
was 4th at the time. Who's in the smoke and who got bent up?
And Rusty's block, he just got passed by about 8 guys because he couldn't go anywhere.
Hey, he's got a right front fender torn up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So caution is out for the first time at lap 54. Jimmy Spencer running 4th at the time. smoke, maybe?
Yeah, I guess he did.
Gas again. Stop. That's where it's broken there. Kurt Busch's car. Stop.
I mean, you have to literally stop because you can't see anything.
I mean, obviously. I mean, folks, right side tires only on his pit stop up to fourth. Dale Jarrett going around in turn 2.
Oh, and he gets lapped by the leader before he gets the car going again.
Let's see. Contact there? Yeah. Derek Cope in 37.
Trying to get up and get in front of the leader. He don't want to be a lucky dog.
Yeah.
He wants to be faster than the leader.
He did it.
Boy, Casey. Now, meanwhile, Bill Elliott, the 9 car, is going to battle for the lead.
So Casey Mears now last on the lead lap in 36th place.
They talked in the garage area over the weekend that it seemed like that the tires ran a good speed for a long time, don't they, Dave?
Yeah, Terry Labonte has only pitted one time. He pitted on lap 55. No changes to the car. It had better. Terry's never won here, but he's finished second 3 times. This would be a nice trophy.
So Terry continuing to be out in front. Guys that stopped under this caution, I mentioned Bill Elliott came in. Matt Kenseth also stopped. Mike Skinner, Casey Mears, Jimmy Johnson, Rusty. You can see the left rear is down, and he's going to stop back there in the turn 3 end of that pit lane. For the race lead, Dale Jr. is all over Terry Labonte. We'll see how long it takes him to cut and go. Well, how about right now?
Yeah, not too long.
Well, I tell you, Junior was bragging about his car, and he has every right to because that 8 car is terrific today.
Junior stopped at lap 107. Terry Labonte stopped at lap 55, so
they got a lot of track position
difference between their tires. Working for him. And Kurt Busch now working on Terry for second. So the age on the tires starting to show up. Now, this was Jamie McMurray's pit stop a minute ago. Watch when he tries to leave. They got the air hose tangled in the car.
Oh,
that, Gary, is removing equipment from the pit box, Matt.
There's something rubbing that tire.
I would guess that would be exactly what the deal is. Dave?
Yeah, that's what they're looking at. They said, look in the left side this time. Make sure there's nothing rubbing. They think something is.
I bet there is.
Yeah. He runs so many hoses and brake ducts on these cars because this place is so hard on brakes that sometimes you get them a little bit too close to the tire, and the tire will rub on that, and it'll just slow. Took that air pressure out of the rear tires. Better grip, better car for Terry. Matt? Remember, Jimmy Johnson stayed out in that last caution for track position, still holding steady in the top 10, currently 7th, battling a tight race car all day.
A caution flag is out. Look at 23 there. He's got a flag going into the corner right there.
Sure, he's lucky he didn't back it down the fence that time.
Yeah.
Here Tony Stewart on the end, and track bar adjustment 3/4 of a round. They come around to the left side. Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually did not come down pit road, meant to come down pit road.
Hard to tell if Casey Mears in 41 got in the back of Blaney in the 77, or he just lost it going in the corner.
Back underway, Joe Nemechek is the race leader. Michael Waltrip is second. Casey Mears third. Those 3 did not stop under this caution flag. And you get Dale Earnhardt Jr. being challenged by Jeff Gordon for a spot there in traffic. Gordon's going to get pinned in.
Ooh, this is going to get ugly.
Oh, 3 wide.
Oh, this is going to get ugly.
They got away with it.
Bang. So Gordon by Dale Earnhardt Jr. for third.
And Jeff Burton is on the inside of Tony Stewart and has him pinned in behind Casey Mears. Casey Mears is currently in the 5th position. Now Tony pins the Casey Mears car behind Hermie Sadler's 02 car. Michael Walton, the 15, his teammate, taking over the third position.
Stewart can do the same thing. Jeff Burton's boxed in there. They get clear of the 0-2 right now. Well, you got to pick your lane right. And some, you know, I mean, and it changes every other lap. Trouble, turn 4. Elliott Sadler.
Little contact between the 0 car going down the backstretch. Elliott Sadler and
Cut a tire, maybe?
yes, he did.
Left rear tire flat. They don't turn real good when you get here at Martinsville to the corner with the left rear flat tire.
Back to the green.
Joe Nemechek leading. Jeff Gordon second. Moore's gotten both the left front and right front corners.
No, he didn't help that guy. But look at the nose on that 77.
Yeah. It may be the smallest track on the circuit, but you're still crashing into something that's better than, you know, 75, 80 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
When you take a hit like that.
And these walls are just as hard here as they are any place.
Oh, yeah. There's proof. See Blaney down on the left side. Robbie. Oh, boy. Top of 9 bounce off the wall. When he slowed down, nowhere to go for Robbie. Or Dave Blaney, for that matter.
Looks like 54, and who was that? He got, I don't know who he made contact with off the corner.
Hey, to the garage, guys.
What's that all about? I have no idea.
I think he's got an oil line, water line, something is leaking fluid. And when he entered pit road, the car spun.
Could be a broken oil cooler.
Yeah, okay.
It looks like there's a lot of fluid on the right rear tire when he spun. And there's a lot of fluid on the racetrack and on pit road now. Yep.
Here comes down pit road, and around he goes. And
See all the
really
fluid on the
concerned
right
there.
rear tire?
well, the official got that guy out of the way. Attaboy. Look at all that fluid he's putting down.
Takeoff, getting style points for taking air, too. The final stage.
No.
Yikes.
Green flag, green flag.
Mike Skinner in the 0-1. The first one not on the lead lap. 22nd position up to the inside of the race leaders. Jeff Gordon has finished 5th the last 4 straight weeks. And his record here at Martinsville is pretty solid. 11 top 5s, 15 top 10s in 21 races here.
And Junior has caught Tony Stewart for the 3rd position. So I think the tire change was the right move for Junior.
I think he spent a lot of time around the 12 car. Like we talked about, that really hurt. He lost probably 15 laps doing that. He's in a hurry to get by Tony, too. He may help him along as well. He was running jumping on the gas a little bit hard early. He was running second when he pitted. Restarted 12th. He's going to probably finish 3rd or 4th. He's really digging right now. I mean, that time he drove the car in a little bit too deep. The car pushed up the racetrack, so he's driving that car hard right now. But let's talk about the man who is about to take the white flag, Jeff Gordon. Last win for Jeff Gordon was here at Martinsville in April. Had some troubles over the summer that dropped him to 6th in the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship standings, 1 lap away from the checkered flag. Good pit work, good handling car, track position when they needed it. Going to be the recipe for victory today for this 2014 and a season sweep at Martinsville for Jeff Gordon as he wins the Subway 500 by 1 second over his teammate Jimmy Johnson. 311 of the 500 laps Jeff Gordon will have led today. Pretty dominating, isn't it?
At least Rick Hendrick did not have to run 2 cars surprise each other at Martinsville this time.
That Monday morning meeting will be a little bit more pleasant than the last time. Oh, I think he'll be pretty happy. Jeff Gordon's 63rd NASCAR Winston Cup win. Jimmy Johnson, 3rd top 10 finish in 4 Martinsville starts. Tony Stewart, 5th top 5 finish in the last 5 weeks.
Another top 10 for Jamie McMurray, the bestest rookie leader.
Kevin Harvick with a 7th place finish. Matt Kenseth, the championship leader, finished 13th today.
We took 2 tires at one time, and
For Kevin Harvick today, so Kenseth gaining 27 points in his bid for the championship.